So today we are going to be making some pork and beef meatballs. It's a recipe I've sort of come up with along the years, seeing different recipes, cooking different types of meatballs for Italian American food. First things first, in here we have a pound of pork and a pound of beef. Now I add the grated onion and garlic cooked. So this recipe is fairly simple. From here on out, we're just going to keep adding the ingredients and it's going to bite quickly. Parmesan, parsley, about 1/4 cup, about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And so these are going to be spicy meatballs. So I'm going to add some of this chili. I'm about 2 teaspoons. 1 and 2. Chopped up rosemary. Then we're going to add 2 eggs. We're gonna start off with about 1/2 cup of panko. You can use any breadcrumbs you like. I prefer panko. And this isn't actually part of the recipe, but I had some leftover pepperoni and salami. So we're gonna go ahead and add that. And this is why I'm using gloves. Also, the reason I use gloves is because I work for an airline and I touch a lot of bags, a lot of metal, and my hands are scraped up to high heaven. And also I'm a nail biter, so if I was cooking this for myself, I wouldn't wear gloves, but also, I just want it to be presentable for the camera. Now, if it's too wet, can add a little bit more breadcrumbs. And if it's too dry, can add another egg. Make sure you get all that incorporated. One thing I forgot to add was a little bit of salt. Now, you don't want to add too much salt because the cheese already has a lot of salt in it. And we're going to add a pretty good amount of pepper. Mix, 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 mix. Now, this looks actually kind of perfect. Now we're gonna form little balls and we're gonna cook them in some red sauce. Red sauce. And there it is, we got some meatballs. If you notice in a lot of the videos where you'll see us actually cleaning as we go. Something my mom taught me. Something I actually learned in culinary school, but my mom had taught me way before that. Clean as you go. And I know that my sister does that, I do it, my mom does it, and it's worked out pretty well so far. All right, now let's brown these bad boys. Now, this is the same pan I cooked the onions and the garlic in. There's no need to get a new pan, so I'm just gonna use that. And all we're gonna do is just sear the meatballs. Alrighty then. You don't want to overcrowd the pan too much. Wish you guys could smell this. It smells great. Now, like I said, this is the same pot we're going to cook the tomato sauce in. And the reason we're going to do that is because all this juice, I guess, and all the fond from the pan is going to contribute to the flavor of the tomato sauce. And this is about as brown as you want to get them. As any person who's worked at a restaurant for a long time will tell you, after a while you don't even feel any of this. Kind of cool, but also kind of scary. Alrighty, so with this, I'm gonna add back the onion that I sauteed already. I'm gonna cook it off a little bit more over a really low heat. Alrighty then. Now, at this point, with literally about 1/4 cup of red wine to deglaze it. And you see it's gonna start picking up all that nice stuff. Oh yeah. Make sure to scrape. It's best if you use a stainless steel pot and not a non-stick, because you're gonna scrape all that stuff off and you don't want to do that with a non-stick. Now this is the puree tomato. This is literally just puree tomato. Pureed fresh tomato. 5 or 6 tomatoes pureed. Now a 28-ounce can of tomato sauce. And just mix this. It may seem like a lot, but it's gonna cook down. Trust me. And to start off, we're gonna add a little bit of salt. And then we'll add the pepper later. And we're gonna add about a tablespoon of crushed red pepper. Because, like I said, we're making spicy meatballs. So you wanna also make the sauce spicy. And this is, I'm gonna bring this up to a simmer and then we're gonna cook it down. Unfortunately, time did run out and I have to go to work now, but we'll finish tomorrow. All right, so this is a day later and my mom's here. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Anyways, day later, so you see how much it reduced from here down to here, and that's what you wanna do. Didn't film this, but I did put some basil in there whole and I took it out already. Now here are the meatballs a day later. I did put them in the oven for about 10 minutes to firm them up slightly. And now we're gonna put them in the red sauce. All the kids in the pool. And I did this earlier with a copper spoon, or what I thought was just a copper color spoon, but apparently it's actually really copper. Don't do that with copper. Tomato and copper do not mix. Or just don't cook with copper in general. All right, so all the kids in the pool. Beautiful. And that's all you do. And you let it cook for about another 30 minutes over medium heat, medium-low heat. I want you to come and smell it. Smell it, Tessa. ¿Sabes qué se me...
Wow. Looks so good.
So, oh, the one thing I forgot to put honey.
Oh.
But yeah. No, that's fine. Okay. But yes, the one thing I did forget to mention was honey, because it's gonna need it. It's a little.
Oh my God!
It's fresh tomatoes. So what it is? Yeah, that's the honey.
Yes.
But the honey will let it balance out a little bit, so it won't be so sour. No, because it's fresh tomato. It's fresh tomato and then canned tomato.
Yeah. The sour es, digo, el sabor está awesome. Para poder meterle un pan ahí. Oh gosh.
Oof. Qué show. Qué show. So this is going to be for one of our get-togethers from our congregation, and we'll see the results of people when they eat it later.